So yesterday we saw Dustborn's studio, the developers Red Thread Games, come out and basically throw all the critics under the bus, essentially saying that basically they were fine with discourse and commentary and critiques, but they're not okay with hate and abuse, which I have not seen, to be honest. There's been a lot of people rallying together to mock this game, ridicule it, to say what a stinking pile of crap it is, but nobody has gone out of their way to attack, harass, threaten, any of that usual stuff that we see, of course, without any receipts or proof of. But again, it's what they want to claim. They want to spread this idea, this message, that anybody who critiques their garbage games are, hateful, racist bigots who just want to hurt people, and it couldn't be further from the truth. So, of course, the publisher, Quantic Dream, came out and defended Red Thread Games, saying, "We want to express our heartfelt support for our partners at Red Thread Games. We stand united against hate in all its forms and are committed to fostering communities built on understanding and respect." And of course, I found it a little funny. I had to check in on Black Girl Gamers because we haven't heard from them in a while. And they actually quote tweeted this thing from Red Thread Games also and said, "Sending support to the team. If you don't like a game, that's fine, but abuse, hate speech, etc. is never okay. Learn how to critique properly." Now, the reason I find this funny that Black Girl Gamers has come in here to defend Red Thread Games, and by extension Quantic Dream, given the fact that they are the publisher of Dustborn, is the fact that Black Girl Gamers also shares articles like this from SCMP, talking about why Black Myth Wukong's success should spark reflection on sexism in gaming. Oh yes, it sounds like freaking Gamergate and Frosk 2.0 all over again. So they shared this South China Morning Post article from Phoebe Zhang saying why Black Myth Wukong's success is, needs to spark reflection on sexism, and sexually explicit comments by the CEO of the studio that developed the game underscore a wider problem in the gaming industry. So the hypocrisy is on full display that Black Girl Gamers, and by extension anybody else who's defended this studio, this publisher, these two companies, claiming that other studios like Game Science are sexist and toxic and misogynistic, when there is a very sketchy past that a lot of people don't know about from Quantic Dream. And big shout out to Smash JT. I actually was looking into this a little bit myself, but then he went on this massive deep dive. So I'll link his article down below in the comments. Go check it out on your own time. But again, shout out to him for pointing out a lot of the weird behavior of Quantic Dream itself. So of course you can see Quantic Dream on their website, under their values, says the Quantic Dream values include passion, creativity, diversity and inclusivity, and team spirit. Now, let's just focus on the diversity and inclusivity. Right where it says Quantic Dream upholds the values of diversity and inclusivity since its inception 25 years ago. That right there is a blatant lie, and we'll get into why in just a minute. But in the meantime, if you are looking to add to your video game library, go check out Instant Gaming. They have got some of the best-selling, upcoming, trending, and available pre-orders that you can get your hands on. In fact, if you are looking to pick up Space Marine 2, Final Fantasy 16 Complete Edition, 2K25, or even like one that I'm looking at myself, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the Gold Edition. They've got that one for $61 and change right now. Comes out in February. So go check them out. They have got a 4.7 out of 5-star rating on Trustpilot. And again, I've got another giveaway going. The last one just ended. Somebody got their choice of Steam key on the website. There's another one going for 30 days. Check the other link down below in the description. The giveaway will be on there. Huge shout out to Instant Gaming. Thank you very much for sponsoring the channel. And now back to our topic at hand, which is Quantic Dream. So again, they put out this statement on their website about their valuing of diversity and inclusivity, saying how unique and different each member of our team was recruited for their talent and personality and for who they are as a human being. This diversity of perspective is reflected not only in our team, but also in the experiences we create. Video games are universal. We care deeply about creating video games that represent the diversity of our players. Omicron, the Nomad Soul, is one of the first video games to offer playable characters of different ethnicities and parity between male and female characters. Indigo Prophecy is one of the first video games to represent an LGBTQIA character talking about their personal life. Beyond Two Souls spoke about self-acceptance and everyone's right to be who they are without being judged. Now, Beyond Two Souls is the one that had Elliot Page, or at the time known as Ellen Page, in it, and that one is even more curious, okay? Now, Detroit Becoming Human evokes the struggle for the rights of minorities and talks about love overcoming any differences. I never played Detroit Become Human, but to be honest, it seemed like a pretty decent game. A lot of people were pretty high on that game. A lot of people had a lot of nice things to say about it. But I want to dive more into what they have coming up here. If you look at their games they have listed on this website, you see Star Wars Eclipse right here at the very top for Quantic Dream. Star Wars Eclipse is a bit of a mystery when it comes to whether or not this game is actually going to come out. You can see here on their website, the overview has it listed where essentially it is set in the High Republic era of the Star Wars universe. Now, this is very important to note because of the fact that the High Republic era is one of the least popular things Lucasfilm has created in the modern era of Disney Star Wars. And furthermore, with the cancellation of Season 2 of The Acolyte, this could spell doom for any future product that is set in this time period where, we don't know that they're retconning anything. Again, I'm not going to say Kathleen Kennedy's fired, they're retconning the Lucas sequel trilogy, or the Disney sequel trilogy, Star Wars is saved. No. But I do think they're going to start cutting some costs, cutting some corners. So anything set in the High Republic era could be doomed for failure or actually cancellation. So it says it lets you play as a diverse cast of charismatic characters. Oh boy. Each with their own story, abilities, and role to play in the tapestry of events that could alter the carefully balanced piece of the Outer Rim. And if you can weave a tapestry of interlaced destinies, see the galaxy through the eyes of an ensemble cast of multiple charismatic playable characters, each with their own morality, personality, motivations, and impact upon each other and the story at large. So again, just seems like one of these weirdo diversity fests crammed into a Star Wars skin suit. Now, we're going to get more into the icky parts of the studio, Quantic Dream itself. So now we see an article back in 2021 from The Gamer, talking about how the fans came out to boycott Star Wars Eclipse over Quantic Dream's alleged homophobia and racism. Something that at the time I wasn't really paying attention to. I'd never heard of this studio. I wasn't that in-depth in the world of what studio is creating which game and what's the story behind the scene and all that Gamergate stuff. I was not part of that first movement. I was raising my kids, occasionally playing my video games. That was about it. But apparently there was a lot of backlash from fans attempting to boycott this game, given some previous statements that were allegedly made by David Cage, who was the founder of Quantic Dream. So I want to focus on something. They talk about how 25 years ago, they started their studio, and they've always been upholding the values of diversity and inclusivity for 25 years. And yet here you have an article talking about how just 3 years ago, people were accusing David Cage of using the bundle of sticks slur, calling all women WHORESs. Then, of course, you see how there was apparently, back here again, from Checkpoint Gaming in 2021, his alleged homophobic slurs made the French news. And, of course, there was actually a lawsuit that took place where they actually had to pay the petitioner 7,000 euros, I believe, and then it was overturned. So Quantic Dream wins an appeal, tossing out the lawsuit alleging toxic workplace. And again, this is a back and forth of a lot of disgusting, despicable behavior. And this is not even like Game Science, where they had this whole, we had some inappropriate jokes, some inappropriate comments, a couple of pieces of artwork that were kind of weird. This is legitimately some very weird, creepy stuff that allegedly took place. Putting people in German World War II uniforms that actually worked at the company, putting staff members in weird, explicit situations in artwork. Apparently, according to Smash JT's article, there was some stuff going on with Ellen Page's game that she was part of, where they actually did a digital model of her body, but added, very explicit graphic, details to it, despite the fact that they didn't need those. And then those photos leaked online, apparently. Very weird, creepy stuff on top of the comments allegedly made by this David Cage guy. So, again, the weirdest thing is that Quantic Dream is still, they still have David Cage listed as the writer and director at the company. So despite the fact that, there's all this weird behind the scenes with harassment and inappropriate conduct and lewdness and all this degenerate behavior at the studio, they are claiming that they value inclusivity, diversity, that they have all this representation and respect for their employees. And the dude who is alleged to be a complete creepy weirdo is still the head of the company. And now we're seeing that the lead writer of Star Wars Eclipse has left Quantic Dream. Again, The Gamer reporting on this just a few days back in August 15th. I guess 2 weeks ago. Talking about how this dude, Adam Williams, who was the lead writer on, I believe, Detroit Become Human, was also the lead writer on this Star Wars game and has officially left the studio and is setting up his own studio to be announced. So This just keeps going from bad to worse. This is bigger than Dustborn, guys. This is a studio, a company that has engaged in allegedly bad behavior for a really long time, with some horrible people working there, to the point that they even had their fans trying to boycott the studio, and yet you still have people like Black Girl Gamers coming out here and supporting a game that they were attached with. No mention of David Cage, no mention of Quantic Dream's past or their horrible behavior that they've been allegedly, guilty of. So this is just really crazy. I cannot believe how depraved some of these studios are and how just people just kind of like glaze over it. I can't understand how some of these companies operate. Like, if I went to work and acted like this, I would feel awful. I would go home and be like, what? I'm a horrible person. Like, why would I do this? But yeah, apparently this is normal behavior for some of these companies. So I'm just going to leave it right there. Let me know what you think about all this, guys. Make sure you check out Smash JT's article. Go check out Instant Gaming. If there's a game that's been on your list to pick up, go check it out on there, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.